The most powerful revenge isn't what you think it is. It's not the perfect comeback. It's not the public call-out. It's not even making them regret what they did. The most powerful revenge is something far more devastating. It's silence. It's becoming so emotionally untouchable, so focused, so elevated that the person who hurt you becomes completely irrelevant. This isn't weakness. This is Stoic strength in its purest form. And once you understand how to use it, you'll never look at betrayal the same way again. In life, you're going to meet two types of people: those who build you up and those who tear you down. And here's the thing about the ones who break you: they don't always do it loudly. Sometimes the deepest cuts come quietly, through betrayal when you least expect it, through manipulation disguised as care, through gossip whispered behind your back, through people who pretended to love you when they never did. That kind of pain hits different. It's not like a physical wound that heals with time. It's deeper. It lingers in your mind at 3 in the morning. It makes you question yourself, your judgment, your worth. It creates emotional scars you carry for years, sometimes without even realizing it. And when most people experience that level of hurt, their first instinct is to lash out. They want revenge. They want justice. They want the world to see how they were wronged. They want to make the other person feel even a fraction of the pain they caused. But let me tell you something that will change how you handle every betrayal, every disappointment, every act of disrespect from this moment forward. The most intelligent revenge, the most strategic response isn't rage. It isn't confrontation. It isn't even justice. It's silence. It's growth. It's becoming so powerful, so emotionally fortified, so focused on your own excellence that the person who hurt you simply ceases to matter. The ancient Stoics understood this at a level most people never reach. They didn't see detachment as running away or being passive. They saw it as the ultimate expression of strength. Marcus Aurelius, a man who ruled an empire and faced betrayal from people he trusted, wrote something profound. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Think about what that means. You can't control what people do to you. You can't stop someone from lying about you, leaving you, betraying you, or trying to break you down. But you can always control how you respond. And that response is where your true power lives. So when someone tries to hurt you, whether it's emotional warfare, verbal attacks, or passive-aggressive games, you have a choice. You can give them your energy, feed their need for drama, and stay trapped in their toxic cycle. Or you can rise above them entirely and disappear into your purpose. Most people think silence means you're losing. They think it means you're too weak to fight back. But the truth is the exact opposite. Silence is the loudest message you can ever send. Picture this. Someone hurts you badly. Maybe they spread lies about you. Maybe they left you when you were most vulnerable. Maybe they tried to make you feel like you weren't good enough, smart enough, worthy enough. They did what they did expecting a reaction. They wanted drama. They wanted to see you break down. They wanted you to beg, to explain, to fight for their approval. But instead, you give them nothing. You say nothing. You just vanish from their world. And while they're waiting for your reaction, you start focusing entirely on your life. You hit the gym. You read books that expand your mind. You pour yourself into your career. You spend time with people who actually value you. You start working on the goals you've been putting off. You begin glowing from the inside out. Suddenly, you're unreachable. You're not crying over them. You're not chasing them for closure. You're not posting cryptic quotes or subliminal messages. You're not explaining yourself to mutual friends. You're simply thriving. And that silence, combined with that visible self-improvement, that's what destroys them. Because silence isn't passive. It's pure power. It forces them to sit alone with their actions. It removes their ability to manipulate you further. It breaks the cycle of emotional control they had over you. When someone can no longer get a reaction from you, you've removed their power completely. That's the Stoic way. You don't just defeat your enemies, you outgrow them. You erase them from your emotional reality. You move forward so far, so fast, so completely, that they can't even recognize the person you've become. And when they finally see you again, they realize they're not even in the same league anymore. Let me be crystal clear about something. Revenge isn't about hurting them back. That's not the Stoic path, and honestly, it's beneath you. True revenge is making sure they can never hurt you again. It's building a life so good, so fulfilling, so disciplined and joyful, that they become nothing more than a faded chapter in a book you barely remember writing. When someone hurts you and you respond with chaos, with anger, with obsession, they win. They got exactly what they wanted: your attention, your energy, your emotional breakdown. But when someone hurts you and you rise in silence, when you focus on becoming better instead of getting even, they crumble. And here's why. Deep down, they needed your attention. They needed your weakness to feed their ego. They needed you to be broken so they could feel powerful. And when you cut that supply, when you take away their audience, they're left starving. They're left with nothing but the reflection of their own toxicity. Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, said something that should be burned into your mind. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. So ask yourself honestly, how do you react when you're hurt? Do you spiral into negativity? Do you rant on social media hoping they'll see it? Do you send texts at midnight that you'll regret in the morning? Do you try to get mutual friends to pick sides? Or do you get up, dust yourself off, and become the version of yourself that doesn't need closure? The version that doesn't need revenge? The version that doesn't need them at all? That's the version that wins every single time. That's the version Stoicism pushes you to become. Think about the celebrities and public figures who get cheated on, betrayed, or publicly humiliated. The ones who handle it with real power never say a word. They never react publicly. They don't give interviews about how they were wronged. They just disappear from the drama. And then months later, they show up looking incredible. They're winning awards. They're in the best shape of their lives. They're mentally stronger. They're emotionally balanced. They're thriving. Their silence says more than any interview, any statement, any comeback speech ever could. That's real dominance. That's poise under pressure. That's exactly how Stoicism teaches us to respond to adversity. Not by screaming into the void, but by elevating ourselves above it. You don't need to post quotes about betrayal. You don't need to gossip with friends about what they did to you. You don't need to plot the perfect comeback speech. You just need to become someone so powerful, so peaceful, so emotionally grounded that the person who once had the power to break you doesn't even register on your radar anymore. And here's something even more powerful that most people miss. When you stop seeking revenge, when you let go of that need for justice, the universe delivers it for you. The law of cause and effect is always at work, always balancing the scales. People who hurt others always face consequences. You might not see it happen. You might not be there to witness it, but it happens. While you're focused on your healing, on your growth, on building something beautiful out of your pain, they're stuck. They're trapped, repeating the same toxic patterns with different people. They're creating the same drama, the same chaos, the same destruction. While you rise to new levels, they stay exactly where they've always been. And that silent rise, that graceful detachment, that's the justice they never expected and can never escape. So the next time someone hurts you, walk away. Not because you're weak, not because you're scared, not because you're giving up. Walk away because you're wise enough to know that some battles aren't worth fighting. Some people aren't worth your energy. Some situations don't deserve your attention. Don't explain yourself. Don't argue your case. Don't beg for understanding. Don't fight for a place in someone's life who clearly doesn't value you. Just vanish. Take all that energy you would have spent on drama, on revenge, on proving your point, and invest it directly into yourself. Become someone who's too focused on purpose to look back, too committed to peace to engage in chaos, too driven by progress to waste time on people who don't matter. That's the most stoic, the most powerful, the most devastating way to handle anyone who thought they could destroy you. And when they see you again, whether it's months or years later, when they see what you've become without them, when they see the life you've built, the person you've transformed into, the peace you've found, they'll finally understand. Your silence wasn't surrender. It was the loudest message you could have possibly sent. You didn't need to say a word. Your life became the statement. Your growth became the response. Your peace became the victory. That's stoic revenge. That's real power. That's how you win.